Hello friend and welcome to another show and tell. Today we're going to be unboxing and testing the VX4 from Gioteck. This is one of the cheapest controllers on the market right now. You can pick these up about 25 to 30 pounds, and these are advertised to be compatible with PS4, PS4 Slim, PS4 Pro and PC. I don't know why it needs to split up the PS4s like that, but it does. On the box, advertised quickfire triggers, ergonomic design, and traditional PlayStation layout. Okay, first layer of box down. We've got a second layer of box inside, so we have an inner box sort of thing. Okay, we're going to take a quick look at the back before we move on. First of all, it says the VX4 premium wide controller for PlayStation 4 is ergonomically designed for superb comfort during long gaming sessions, featuring quickfire triggers, a precision D-pad, and anti-slip rubber thumbsticks. We'll put those to the test. Key features: ergonomic design and traditional PlayStation layout. So we know what traditional PlayStation layout is. It means the buttons are where the buttons are supposed to be. It's worth noting that inside there was no kind of protective packaging at all. Nothing to stop the controller from rattling around. It was just packed in tight. Okay, so I've been right through this instruction manual. What we have got is a turbo button. I'll show you where that is. Here's turbo, right here. And the thing is, I have no idea whatsoever what the turbo does. The controller itself is incredibly light. It feels flimsy light. Twisting it, it feels actually quite sturdy, which I wasn't expecting something so light, but there you go. The sticks aren't bad. I thought they'd be really light. They're very rubbery. So yes, they're non-slip. Very rubbery indeed. We have a speaker here. I just noticed. The D-pad. I don't know. The D-pad is interesting because it fits in to grooves. So it's quite a short throw diagonally. It's quite a short throw in all directions. It's quite clicky actually. It's okay. It seems to wobble around a little bit. The buttons are soft and membraney. A little bit of movement, a little bit of wobble. As for the triggers, the box said they were quickfire triggers, so let's take a look at those. Usual layout, the usual suspects. These feel quite loose, the L1 and R1. Now L2 and R2 are interesting because the springs here are actually quite strong. And I wasn't expecting that either, so much stronger springs than I was expecting on the VX4. When it comes to testing the controller itself is comfortable enough. Obviously, I can feel that it's a little small for my hands, but it's not as sharp as it initially looked. The left stick is not as sensitive as I'd like. There's a fairly sizable dead zone in it, which doesn't appear to be in the right one, so that's interesting. But, you know, these sticks are springing back as they should. The triggers are reasonably responsive, I suppose. There's again a little bit of a dead zone. The buttons aren't anything special, but they feel as good as the buttons on a DualShock 4, which is nice. It's not too unpleasant to hold, but I don't know if you can see on the camera there, because the wire is so plasticky and thin, it tends to go all over the place. And right now it's on my left forefinger, which means it's interfering with the left trigger. I don't know if you can hear that, but probably can't. The vibration is very, very loud. I mean, it's rattling around like crazy. It's very distracting, very annoying. And also, it's uneven. The right side of the controller barely vibrates at all, while the left side is going absolutely nuts. And unfortunately, that's not what we want from a controller, really. We need a nice, even spread of vibration so that we can figure out exactly what's going on around us. This might be okay for, say, a first-person shooter or something like that, but you're doing something that requires some accurate vibration, like a racing game. you're going to have problems because you're not going to know exactly what's happening underneath you. Is this a major problem? Honestly, yeah, I think it is. Because the controller fields are unbalanced while the vibration is happening. So is this a controller I'd use regularly? Honestly, I don't think it is. And the reason for that is it's not just the comfort level or the lack of comfort, as it were. That vibration issue is going to really annoy me for a start. There it is again. It's just all on one side. I do not like that. It's not the most comfortable controller in my collection. I was hoping to test a PC game to make my life a little bit easier when it came to editing, but I've discovered, unfortunately, that since updating the firmware, although the PC detects the controller absolutely fine, it doesn't actually work with any games I've got, and those are games on Steam, Epic, and Xbox. So unfortunately, if you're a PC owner, don't get this controller because it's kind of pointless unless you've got a way to remap it, like with Rewazed. Yeah, I'm going to go through these trees. So is this trash, or does it have redeeming features? Well, let's start with the obvious. It's £25 to $29.99, depending on where you buy it from. The VX4 premium wide controller is not aimed at the pro market. It's a very throwaway controller. It's something to have for a spare, a backup, if you're going to be playing PS4 games. At that price point, I've seen worse controllers. You'll find worse controllers on Wish.com or AliExpress or any market on a seaside town. So, you know, there's worse controllers out there. It's not trying to be the next Scuff controller or the next eSwap controller. It's just here. You can play games when you want to. Unless you're a PC owner, in which case, good luck. Should you buy one? I mean, I don't know. That's up to you, isn't it? But if you're not planning on upgrading beyond the PS4, then at this price point, maybe you can afford to just have a controller that sits around that you can use every now and then. But if you're in for long gaming sessions, or if you're looking at going beyond the PS4, if you're looking at playing on PC as well, then this isn't the controller for you. For VX4s and other controllers, accessories, PCs and consoles, check out the link in the description down below for our sponsor, Button Bashers. I want to say thank you to our Patreon for supporting us. Thank you to Discord for keeping me motivated. And until next time, be good to yourself and be good to those around you. Bye-bye for now.